Hello, everyone. I hope that you are having a great day. I hope that you are having a great Sunday. I hope you've had a great start to your week. Welcome to Mirror Image. Mirror Image. I am Dr. Renita, the founder and visionary of the Refining Life Incorporated, and we are so excited about our new programming for 2021. Let me tell you. So the Refining Life has generally only had a women's conference. So that means September was the main point in time where we got to interact with you. Well, no more. No more. Now that it is 2021 and we've reached this new technological age, we said, why not have more programming? Why not have more opportunities to help you refine your mind, to help you reflect, revive, and rejoice, to make true our mission of providing you with experiences so that you can have your mindset shifted so that you can lead a more positive and productive life. So here we are. Today is January the 10th, and we are having our first program of 2021, and it is Mirror Image. Mirror Image. So what is mirror image? So don't mind me. What I'm trying to do right now is make sure that we can share so everybody can see that we're on live. But what is mirror image? Mirror image is a time where we're going to spend some wonderful time with a beautiful woman talking about refining our mind about what we see when we look in the mirror. What we see when we look in the mirror. So I don't know about you, but it is my hope that when you look in the mirror, you see someone beautiful and someone amazing. So I am going to bring our guest onto the screen. I'm going to bring our guest onto the screen. Give me one moment to find her. I think there she is, Miss Belinda Burt. Hello, Belinda.
Hello, Renita, or let me just say Dr. Renita. It's so good to see you.
It's so
Happy
good to see you.
Sunday.
Happy Sunday. So, for those of you all who may not already know, Belinda Burt is the bomb.com.org.net. Let's just start there. She is phenomenal. She is amazing. And she is a veteran with the Refining Life. She has been with us since the very first year of conference. So we had our very first event, our very first year of conference was September 2015. And here we are in 2020, planning for our seventh conference, and we still have Belinda in our lives. I am so grateful that you have chosen to stick with the Refining Life all of these years.
Yes, and I will say this, Renita, from the first time that I met you, it was like magic chemistry. I was always taught to appreciate your humble beginnings, and I actually met you through your friend. I met Shayna
That's right.
in Whole Foods, and I actually stopped and gave her my business card. Okay. So a lot of times we like to walk past people and just kind of skate by them and not like introduce ourselves. So she was sitting there by herself and I gave her a card. And I invited you guys to an event at Easy Peasy Bakery in Greensboro.
Yes, you did.
And
Okay, so here's backstory. I still have that box that I want to
ah,
Easy Peasy. And I said, one day I'm going back to Easy Peasy and I'm going to get my cupcakes.
and
I don't know.
you never got your cupcakes. Oh my gosh. I hope they still honor that. It's been so long
They said
ago.
whenever. So I'm going to take them up on that whenever blessing that they said they were going to take me up on.
Okay. Well, that's kind of like our backstory, and then the chemistry started. We started talking about things that we love to do in the community. I invited them there actually for a skincare and makeover session. Yes, at the bakery. We actually partnered with the bakery, which was really fun, really cool. We did a couple events there, and Renita came, and Renita was a winner. And we just had chemistry from that point on. And she invited me to the Refining Life. Had a phenomenal time, met some phenomenal women, and that friendship has just grown and that relationship has just taken off. So I just appreciate you for inviting me to do this segment on mirror image.
Well, I am honored that you said yes. One thing that I am choosing to do in this season of my life, it really started in 2020, it's growing in 2021, is
Right.
to fully fall into something my mother taught me when I was a young girl. And she said, ask the questions, ask the questions, make your request known, because the worst thing someone can say is no.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
so I figure if I start asking more, I'll get more yeses to some of these things that have been placed on my heart to do. So that's where I am.
You ask it. The Bible says, if you don't ask, um, if you don't knock, if you don't seek, if you don't find, the door shall not be open. So you
Right.
have to ask, you have to knock, you have to seek, you have to find. So I thank you for asking. I appreciate that, and I thank you for when I asked, you said yes. To let me borrow your face and being a phenomenal customer that you are. So thank you again. I appreciate it.
Well, I absolutely love it. I am checking on right now just to make sure that we're live on the page where we're supposed to be live, because I'm not seeing it.
I'm not either. I meant to tell you that.
Yeah, so let me try to troubleshoot here. Um, I wonder why it's not showing, because it's showing that we're live in StreamYard. Hmm.
And you did cast it in your event page, right?
No, I didn't cast it in the event page.
Are you live on your Renita page?
I don't see it there either. I wonder if we are live on YouTube. That would be hilarious, because that was
Well,
not my intent here.
I could actually check. So, this is what happens when you come without script.
Right.
We both consider ourselves pretty tech savvy.
But when you're setting things up, sometimes they don't set up in the way you think they should. And so you find yourself in special places, and that's okay. This is the best. I love it.
Okay, yeah, we are live on YouTube.
I love it. So I didn't know that this would allow me to do that. So welcome YouTube. And we're going to bring in the Facebook group here.
Okay, if you can do that, go for it.
We're about to find out. Look, Renita's about to learn some things Renita didn't know she knew or didn't know she could figure out. Watch this happen. This is probably going to be one of my favorite moments of 2020, because who learns live? And the other piece would
I'm
be
all about flowing in the moment.
right. But I think that some people are scared of that,
Yeah, yeah. You
and
know
it's
what?
not okay.
It's not
They
real
probably get
world.
stuck.
Not real world at all. Um, I come as real as possible. Yeah, I'm not seeing us on Facebook yet, but that doesn't mean you're not there.
Okay, we're getting there, because it just let me add it. So I'm going to assume that we're about to pop up. Watch
Okay.
magic happen, and then we can share it. And then people can come back and laugh at us with my moment here.
Okay, I see a third.
See, that's exactly what happened the other day. But see, I already know how to have that moment and fix it. Boom, chicken soup. There should only be two of us, and there we are. We are on Facebook.
Are we in the refining life or are we streaming in your page?
We should be in the refining life. No, maybe we have a viewer on YouTube. That's where somebody is. Maybe that's you. But we should be coming up on the refining life page soon.
I love it.
This is such a moment. Well, let's say this. So everybody kind of runs into these types of moments in life where you think something's going to go one way and it goes another. And even in that moment, you can start to internalize and look at yourself in a way that is negative. I'm choosing right now in this moment to say, oh my goodness, I needed to learn a new skill. And that new skill was adding things even in the midst of something else. And even if it turns out that it doesn't go live on Facebook right now, I can always restream this or even share some things to my page.
Exactly.
So, just taking those types of opportunities to be amazing and to be great and to embrace those moments in your own life um, is something like phenomenal.
It is. It truly is. Um, One of the things that, when our participants start commenting, or even when you stream this later, this doesn't have to happen right now. When you look in the mirror, what do you see? You and I had
Mm,
already talked about that. It's a reflection of your full self. That's all it is. It's a reflection. It's not really the real you. It's optically what your eyes see in that mirror image, right? So if you
right.
were to put your right hand up, like we talked about, your left hand in the mirror is what you really would see because that's the way your eyes see things. So my question is drop a GIF in the comments that reflect who you think you are. you know
Ooh,
what represents you. A lot of people are creating their own avatars on their new smartphones or in social media platforms that gives you the ability to become someone else, right? So I think that's fun. We can have a little bit of fun with that. There's a reason I'm asking you to drop your GIF in the comments. So, okay, so Renita, I told you before I like giving stuff away. So when you participate, guys, ladies, gentlemen, when you participate, drop your GIF description of yourself in the comments. You'll be entered to win a prize. I did this on Saturday in my VIP group. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Belinda Burt. I'm an independent sales director with Mary Kay Cosmetics. I am so super excited. That's my part-time job. I am a product development manager by day. I'm a graduate of North Carolina State University. I have a degree in textile technology. I've worked for the same company for 24 years. I have 3 children and a husband, and I travel internationally, and I just fit it all in. That's what we do, right? That is what we do. We live life with no excuses, with no excuses. So I love what my business allows me to do for myself and for my family. So we're not really here to recruit people and talk about that. We're here to talk about you, beautiful you. And I just want to say that beauty begins with healthy skin. And how and who defines that, right?
mm,
What influences that for you? When I look in the mirror, because I work in the textile and fashion industry, I'm not really brand driven per se. I'm quality driven. That's more important to me, having a good quality product. So beauty begins with healthy skin. How and who defines that? Okay. So if you're just joining us, Renita and I had a little bit of technical difficulty in the beginning, but we're here. We're so excited that you're here. And again, I'm Belinda Burt. I am an independent sales director with Mary Kay Cosmetics, and I am here to talk about the mirror image. And what I want you to do is drop a GIF in the comments that reflect who you are. Like, who are you? What does your avatar say you are? Let's just have some fun because there's a giveaway at stake, okay? So, beauty begins with healthy skin. How and who defines that? Okay. You know what the saying is, beauty is only skin deep. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Okay, that's fine. Well, who's the beholder? The beholder is you. So when you look yourself in the mirror, you're seeing a reflection of who you are. We use the mirror to get ready in the morning, to brush our teeth, get the cold out of our eye, make sure nothing's hanging out our nose, check our ears, do our hair, wash our face, do all these different things to prepare ourselves for the day. So we are face forward when we go into the world. So, what I really want to talk about is skincare. And in skincare, where do you place value in your self care? Okay, so a lot of people say, you know what? I don't use anything on my face. I just use water and some cocoa butter, some Vaseline, and I go to bed. Okay. So Vaseline and cocoa butter technically are not non-comedogenic, which is pore clogging. So we want to make sure we're using products that are non-comedogenic. Now, so all my water users, we just want to talk. I'm not judging. I have a question. Would you wash your clothes in just water? Would you scrub your floors in just water? Would you clean your toilet with just water? Would you wipe your surfaces down with just water? So I want you to think about that. When you go into the world, your body is exposed, is not exposed, it's covered with clothing. Your face and your décolleté area, your hands, and sometimes your forearm, it depends on if you have on a short sleeve shirt. We're exposed to the dust, the dirt, the impurities, the sun while we're out. So our face is like our windshield, right? So today I want to talk about floors, okay? I have hardwood floors downstairs. People come in all the time and they go, oh my God, like we've been in this house 15 years and they're like, your floors look brand new. What do you use? What do you guys do? So my husband is a stickler about how he cleans his floors. So when we had them installed, when we first built the house, he was seeking advice on what to use. He was asking people, going to stores, like, what do you use on your floors? Because he did not want to strip the enamel or that nice shiny coating off of the floor. So I want you to think about sweeping the floor, okay? So before you actually put a mop to the floor, what's the first thing you do? That's right, you sweep. You sweep because you want to get that residual dirt that's left over from dinner. Your kids drop crumbs and cheese and stuff on the floor. So you see that stuff, so you want to get it off the floor before you actually put a wet mop with detergent on your floor. All right, so 5 steps to good skincare. What are the 5 steps to good skincare? Cleansing. Cleansing is a must. Okay. So when we say cleansing, right, we sweep the floor with our initial cleanser. Some people use a cleansing cloth and that's it. Well, let me just tell you, a cleansing cloth is like the sweeping step. The cleanser is the purifying step. And then you use the mop and the cleanser to get the dirt off. So how about we use a cleanser and we use a Skinvigorate brush, a tool to help us get an even deeper pore cleanse, okay? Everyone's skin type is different. So tonight, I am not getting into the specifics of what you might need, but I am always available for a consultation. I can be reached. You can register on my website at www.marykay.com/Belinda Burt. Cost you nothing to register. If you register on my website, guess what? You get a swag bag. So in my swag bag, this is a different one. I send you a bunch of samples and all my customers know I send you skincare, I send you color, and we actually have a consultation and we talk about what's best for you. All right. So I'm going to ask you some questions so I can get to know you better. So I'll ask you things like, how does your skin feel when you wake up in the morning? How about halfway through the day? What do your pores look like? Right? What is your least favorite season for your skin? Some people say in the winter, oh my God, I'm so dry. In the summer, I'm like an oil making machine. What can I use? What one skincare item do you always carry with you? Right? So I know mine is lip gloss. I cannot live without my lip gloss. For some people, it's lipstick, right? But that's like a cosmetic product. So what skincare item did you always carry that you cannot leave the house without? I want you to think about that. Okay, so after we wash our face, guess what else we need to do? We do need a good moisturizer, but in between there, we need a good polish. So you ever see like when you're in the grocery store and you're trying to shop and they're going through the aisle with the big machine, you know what they're doing? They're polishing the floor. I love going in a supermarket where the stores or like a BJ's or a Sam's Club, the floors are just shining. They're just glistening, right? So I love that shiny floor. It almost looks like you'll slip on it. It's so clean. Because aesthetically, when the eye looks at it, you're like, wow, this is like a really nice store. Because immediately that leaves an impression. So cleansing your face is the same way. You want to cleanse, You want to have a good exfoliation routine, whether that's a microdermabrasion, whether that's a chemical peel, or a brush that rotates and vibrates that gives you a deep cleanse, a charcoal mask that gives you a deep pore cleanse. You want to do that up to 3 times per week, no more than 3 times per week. And then after that, some people that grew up in the military or have experience with the military will tell you they were taught when you mop the floor, after you're done mopping with the cleaning process, there's a sanitize process. So they use a bucket of clean water and then they sanitize the floor and make sure they didn't leave anything behind. That's where your toner comes in at, right? That's where your toner comes in at. And then you take care of sealing it all in by using the proper moisturization, whether it's a night cream with retinol, whether it is a intense moisturizing cream that you can use morning or night. And then we actually take care of our eyes. We do take care of our eyes because the skin under our eyes is so different than the rest of our face. Guess what? There's no fat behind those eyes. So that's why we tend to show creases and fine lines and wrinkles, because that's the first sign of aging. Okay, so I want you to really take a strong look at your skincare regimen. You can't just use water. Trust me, when you know better, you do better. Okay, I love the fact that we have 5 different skincare lines that takes care of you. We actually have, the latest is a naturally certified line. It was third-party tested in Europe, 99.49% natural ingredients. So for all these people who say, I can't use anything anti-aging, I can't use this, I can't use that. Well, we check that box. So it's actually a certified, third-party certified product, tested to the Cosmos standard and eco certified. So really super excited about that. Listen, if you want to try anything, Renita will tell you, I'm always fully stocked. I love sending out swag bags and samples. So what I need you to do, if you're interested in a beauty bag, a swag bag that is full of skincare and goodies to try, I need you to say, I want that. Okay, just say, I want that. And then I will instant message you and make sure we arrange that you get one this month. This month is my birthday month. So I am giving something away every weekend. So every weekend I'm giving a major prize away, but I am mailing beauty swag bags this month to help me celebrate and try to discover what you love. So I'm super excited just to point those things out. This could take all night. It just depends on if you want anti-age fighting, if you want the most advanced age fighting system, if you're looking for something simple, if you're looking for something to clear up acne, if you're looking for something for your boo, for your man, so he can stay out of your stuff. We have everything that you need. And I pride myself in being educated for my customers, being fully stocked for my customers, and making sure that they understand that they have options. As a beauty consultant, let me explain, I am not a dermatologist. I am not a doctor. I am a beauty enthusiast. I am highly trained by my company that I represent. And we look to service your needs. So if you do have any types of medical conditions, we do recommend that you stay with your dermatologist or your doctor for those things. But for everyday maintenance of taking care, self-care, taking care of yourself, we can help you with that. So what I want to say, Renita, before we close, and then I want to open up for questions from you, be your best and beautiful you. Okay, you guys hear me? Be your best and beautiful you. Invest in your skin and your self-care routine. People will always, always, always remember your face. They always remember your face. They're not going to remember your clothes. They're not going to remember your shoes. They're not going to remember your jewelry. They're going to remember your face. So when you meet people and they say first impressions are super important, what do? They make eye contact with you. They're looking at you. They're gazing into your eyes. So I challenge you to be your best and beautiful you. Let's discover what you love. Okay. So again, you can reach me at www.marykay.com/Belinda Burt. If you have a beauty consultant already, we do not steal people from the beauty consultants. So guess what? I'm not going to do. I won't be sending you a swag bag. I'm sorry, I can't do it. I won't steal you from your consultant. But if you do not have a consultant, guess what? You're up for grabs. So I would love nothing more than to share more specifics with you. And again, you can register on my website. You can say, I want one. Just say, I want one in the chat, and I will send you a beauty swag bag. And at the end of this live, Renita, if we can figure it out. If not, we can post it later. I will do a drawing for a prize. Okay. So, Dr. Renita, any questions for me? I hope I kind of answered and did what you asked me to do. Just describing all what you need to do to take care of your skin. Water's just not enough, right?
Mhm.
Not
Right.
in the season of COVID. You know what? We are trying to be sterile as possible. I didn't talk about it, but for all the people who are wearing masks, I've had a lot of people tell me that they're actually getting contact dermatitis just from wearing a mask all day. They're developing acne because it depends on what kind of work that they do. Well, guess what? We can clear all that up. We have a skincare solution to help all of that. So see your independent beauty consultant for more information on that. But we need to cleanse, we need to exfoliate, we need to tone or sanitize, and then we need to moisturize. Okay.
Absolutely. Thank you, Belinda. Well, I want to go back on something that you just said, and you were talking about be you, be beautiful,
Be the
be
best, beautiful you.
be your best beautiful you. So I'm going to ask you, Belinda, how do you accomplish being your best beautiful you?
You know what? I just described myself earlier that I have 3 kids, I work, I have a husband, I got a business, got all this stuff. Making sure that you connect with your loved ones that's right in the house with you is the most important. It
Wow.
starts there, right? Okay, so when I wake up in the morning before I hit the floor, guess what? I'm saying thank you. I have to tell God thank you. I don't care what it looks like. I don't care what it is. I'm not trying to turn it into church, but I have to say thank you. And when I say thank you to him first, when I go roll over and see my husband and say good morning, or I say, girls, it's time to get up, guess what? I'm in the right frame of mind. It just puts me in the right frame of mind, in the right frame of consciousness. So before I even look in the mirror in that bathroom, I've already seen me. I've
That's
already
good.
I've already seen me because guess what? I've acknowledged that I've got breath, I've got a new life, I got new day that I never seen before, new opportunities, regardless of what is going on around us. I'm not insensitive to what's going on around us, not at all. But I choose how I allow that to attach to my emotions. So before I go to a mirror and decide if I want to look like a drag queen or whatever, whatever I want to do, people are very creative with makeup now. They create alter egos for themselves to look and be someone else. Well, I don't have to put on any makeup and I feel just fine in my skin. I take care of my skin, I take care of myself, but it starts here first. It's all about what you believe. What do you believe about yourself? Who do you reverence? Who do you reverence? I mean, I know everybody is different, but I put my faith in God and I reverence him first, and then everything else in my life tends to fall in line. And that is my first refining step.
Wow. I mean, that, so what I gleaned from that story is that you start off right.
You have to.
You start off right. You start off with, and your right is gratitude and thankfulness and choosing how you will see yourself when you look at yourself.
Exactly.
And, you know, we talk about people living life through rose-colored glasses.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Um, so there is a glass, there is a lens through which we all look at life. And part of that life is looking at ourselves and looking at ourselves in the mirror. And what do we see when we see that person? And it starts with your mindset. You got to refine your mind even before you take your first sit up in the morning, you know? And choosing to start your day with gratitude. I have a very good friend of mine. She is like my sister. Her name is Felicia Deloach. Felicia, if you're watching, I'm calling you out. So Felicia puts up on her Facebook page every day. And if she doesn't, like, I feel some kind of way. And she's
Yeah.
tried different phrases and things, but I don't know that I love all of those, but I do love this one. And it says, start your day with a grateful heart, or start each day with a grateful heart.
Yeah.
And if you can start there, you
Yeah.
start there with gratitude.
Okay.
I am grateful I woke up. I am grateful I am breathing. It's something about being grateful, even before you look at yourself, that changes your lens
Yes. Yes.
of how you see you.
Girl, you make me want to sing. Give thanks.
But
It's
I
the
mean,
truth.
oh, it's that is so powerful. How do
Yeah,
you affect
everything
the
you
very
do,
image?
it starts here. What you believe about yourself um, determines what you allow into your life, right? So if you think lowly or you think small, you're going to always attract negativity,
Mm-hmm.
right? Right? If you are very gossipy, what are you going to attract? You're going to attract that kind of life, those kind of people.
Right.
Um, I have always been an overachiever. And Renita, I think that's why we get along. I have always been like the person to say, what you want to do? Yeah, let's do it. Okay? I get excited because you know what? That means you have dreams, you have vision. You know, I taught my unit last Sunday night. We were talking about vision, and I know we're supposed to be talking about mirror image, but this is part of it.
Right.
In Habakkuk, it talks about writing the vision and making it plain. So we've been doing a
Absolutely.
lot of goal casting and writing the vision. Well, how do you start dreaming and then get that on paper, and then that you write on paper becomes a vision, and the vision becomes a plan, and then you execute the plan. You know what I'm saying? It's like helping people do that gives me so much pride, even through skincare. The tool of skincare allows me to do that. I meet so many women who need a pick me up. And I'm telling you, if a woman does not look good, she does not feel good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what you say. Have you ever been, okay, we both have had children, right? I got to lean in for this one. So you know how you come home from having a baby and you just feel like, I'm so tired. Ah, you know, you freak out.
If I could just sleep for 15
Yes.
solid
You
minutes.
know what? I hit my wall of exhaustion because I was nursing. You nursed your girls. You know, I
Mhm.
nursed all mine till they were one. Listen, y'all, we were some nursing queens. Like I traveled out of the country, went to Utah, all over the place with a breast pump. Yes.
Hello, somebody. I took mine to
Melon,
Mexico. It was
yes,
all right.
honey. Yes, melon milk home internationally. Like for real. Freezing it, putting it on dry ice and sending it home. You did
Mm-hmm.
what you had to do to nurture your child. So at the end of the day, what are you doing to nurture yourself, right?
Mm.
So that nurturing, it starts with your thoughts. What are your first thoughts? What do you believe, right?
Right.
I love helping people discover what they love. And if it's through a tuba cleanser, right? So my mission is much greater than a tuba cleanser. But if it's through a tuba cleanser that I can impart self appreciation, worth, and beauty. Hey, Yolanda McCumbee, girl, that's the truth. If I can help you, you know, Mary Kay taught us that there's a woman walking around with an invisible sign around her neck that says, make me feel important, right?
Mm.
That's the truth. Everyone wants to be appreciated.
Yes.
Everybody. Everybody is looking for someone to appreciate them. So now I have a platform and a tool that matches my personality
Wow.
where I can help make someone feel important, help someone find a solution, help someone when they look in the mirror, they feel a little bit better about the blemish or the wrinkle or the crease or the whatever. But I'm all about embracing who God made you to be. And all you want to do is enhance it. And how do we do that? How do we enhance it? You know what I'm saying? It's like a lot of people take enhancement and they go like way over the top with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's enhancement and then there's enhancement.
yes. So
But
I
Belinda,
go
I'm
ahead,
so
Renee.
sorry. I have got to stop you at that point. And it's just because of some of the recent, and I am not going to go deep into the recent developments in our country.
Yeah.
But that statement of make me feel important, make me feel important. There are so many people fighting for that.
It's about service, right?
Mm,
So if you read any, I've read Think and Grow Rich. I've read uh, all kinds of, I'm over here looking at my nightstand. I got all kinds of books that I have read, right? But one of the things I always go back to is God's word because
mm,
he was the ultimate servant. And guess what? He not only made people feel important, like he promised them something eternal, right? So at the end of the day, if you can't service and serve and help others, you will never ever get what you want.
mm.
You will never get what you want because it's all about helping someone else and servicing another person, not stepping on them, not trying to get over on them. It's about serving others. It is truly, and that is what I think is missing in our country today. It's like the the gratitude and service is like, psh, I mean, this is all about me. you
Yeah.
know,
And,
so
oh, and
social media platforms have made people feel invincible. It's created this pseudo world for people to live in. So they say anything, they do anything, they post anything. And I know people say it's freedom of speech, and that's why I choose, like I talked about earlier, what I let in, right?
mhm,
Because that affects like my whole man, not just my face and my skin, but it affects everything. Like I don't want to be just this. You ever seen somebody and people say, "Oh, she's so pretty, but she's so nasty. She's so
right.
ugly on
With
the
the
inside."
people who are inside out ugly, they were real, real pretty on the outside. It's like fruit that has gone bad, but the peel doesn't look bad yet. It's real rank inside. But
Yeah.
once you peel back that initial layer, you see how disgusting it is and you throw it away. It didn't matter what it looked like on the outside, it was still nasty.
Mhm.
Or the loaf
You
of bread that starts with mold on the inside of the bread and it doesn't have that outside piece yet. No, no, still can't eat it.
got.
Oh, I'm going to say this. Today is the jump point for all the other weeks that are going to be mirror image because I can just, I've pulled out and I've been trying to write some things down. Um, just as we go on this 12-month journey, which is crazy.
Mm,
But we're going to be here for 12 months, y'all. Every second Sunday, we're going to come talk to you. Um, and yes, as I put in the comments, Belinda's tool of engagement, her tools of engagement are skincare and makeup, but that's not the end game. Yes, that's how for some people you can kind of you can get into their world. But when we think about our true mirror image, what do we want to see reflected and what is just a cover up? What when we think about what we're letting into our bodies, are we so toxic at this point that we
yes.
can't see our own beauty because all we see is ugly because it's all we choose to see in other people? Oh, it's just so many things.
It's so many things. And they become band-aids, Renita. It's like
Mm,
you now I got the band-aid song in my head. But with band-aids, you got waterproof band-aids, you got the invisible band-aids, you've got glue that's band-aids, you got all these different types of band-aids. So people just start putting different kind of band-aids on the real issue, the wound. And they
right,
start using things like makeup and uh, weave and wigs or whatever to enhance something that they're missing internally, right?
right,
So if you start with here and here, you start here, start here, you start here, you start here, you'll see yourself in such a totally different light. It's almost like I have a friend, has a daughter, beautiful hair, girl had gorgeous hair, right? And so she went and she cut all her hair off. And then, like 2 weeks later, she had a whole sew in full of weave. I'm just like, I'm confused. And
who
not
are
against
you?
I'm not against that, right? I'm not against you getting a sew in if that's what you want. But why would you go cut off what you had, which is what other people are coveting, to go buy something else that's a counterfeit? Do you see what I'm saying? It's
But
like,
I'll say I can preach to that one though. I remember one day, and we're not going to harp on this, but I remember one day I got so frustrated at work. I was so frustrated at work, and the kids, I don't think students were in. I think it was summer. I was so frustrated at work, and I couldn't control anything that was happening. I couldn't control anything that was happening. And in a decision, I decided on my lunch break, I called a friend of mine who's a beautician, and I said, I'm coming to you, and I want you to cut it off. I want
Remember, I
you
had
to.
my bob.
Oh, honey, this was well beyond Bob.
I went, you remember my hair used to be real long, and then I
Mhm.
just like it was like this long in the back, and
Yep,
because same thing. It's like I'm frustrated. This is I don't know what's going on. Just
yep.
take it off; it'll grow back.
And this is what I can control. And I got my hair cut, and I came back from lunch, and I didn't have any hair. And my whole staff was like, "What the heck happened to you?" And I said, "I was done." Sometimes we have those moments, and we're done, and we take control of it, and then we decide that's not who we really want it to be. And because I had braids within the week. I went and I had some good braids, and I said, I'm gonna be braided until I'm ready to wear this out for real.
And we take
Um,
out our frustrations. It's like,
right. And so even in that moment, thinking about this, you cut all your hair off and then you went and got a weave. What's the real story? Because I do believe in that there was some more story.
it was.
She was screaming out for somebody to
Yeah.
ask her that story, who she could trust. And that's why it's so important that we build tribe, we build village, we build relationships, because she was begging for
Begging.
somebody she could trust to ask, honey darling. And thank you, Mama J. Mama J says that all the time, honey darling, why did you go from drastic to drastic? Because she went from black to white. There was no gray. And, I think I needed someone. I ended up talking to people about it, but not because somebody asked me about my hair, really, per se. Well, at least not the drastic to the drastic.
Mm-hmm.
But it was I needed to scream. And
Yeah.
that was my yell.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't appreciate who I saw in the mirror,
Mm-hmm.
because she was so frustrated. She
Yeah.
was so frustrated that I legit just went and got my hair cut off. And then I still didn't like who she was. That didn't help me.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't help who I saw in the mirror.
And everybody, like you and I, have taken it out on our hair. When I was young and single, my brother is really big on fitness, so he cycles. He has a cycling club in Raleigh. He rides like 100 miles on a weekend, crazy stuff. So when he used to come up here and visit me, I was a gymaholic. So I was single, so I used to go to the gym, work in church. That was me.
You know what? That's a nice little cycle to have. Where you go, gym, working, church?
That's what I was doing, right? I was running, I was on the elliptical, I was taking kickboxing, I was doing all kinds of things because that was my way to relieve stress, right?
Mm-hmm.
So people, if you don't have an outlet, right, you're gonna find some way to get it out, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I would much rather you look in that mirror and ask yourself a couple questions, right?
Right.
Be honest with the girl that's looking back at you. You got to be honest with yourself, like what is
Yeah.
going on. No matter what is going on, you got to get your peace back. You cannot give your peace to someone else. I tell people all the time, I can't shout out my address because we live. I say, blah, 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 blah is my place of peace, right? That's my place of peace. I don't allow junk to come in my space,
Right.
this space, right? Because this is all part of my place of peace, right? I love people. I love to fellowship with people. So most of my posts on Facebook are usually about my business. Or sometimes I post about my family because that's what's important to me. If anybody knows me, when you come to my house, that's my Facebook FaceTime. I love to be around people. I love the energy, Renita. Nothing replaces the human spirit. Nothing. Nothing. That's why I love being a skin care. Somebody says they're going to do the big chop soon.
Yep.
Girl, go
Sharika,
ahead. Oh, okay.
Sharika, darling, so part of this, I'm so grateful for this moment. So people who watch the replay, I'm probably gonna put a hashtag in like the repost or something, that because this got juicy when we finally got settled and we got everywhere on all the things. So I'm gonna say, if you want the juice, come to this minute.
Mm-hmm.
But Sharika's talking about doing a big chop soon. I am proud of you, Sharika. I am here for you. But let me tell you that about me appreciating this moment in this village. Yolanda Makumbe has been with us. God bless you. Commenting, but this shows village. This shows village because she's safe to tell us that. And I'm excited for her. We can be excited for her because we're part
No
of her village.
judgment. No judgment at
Absolutely.
all.
This is joy. Because I see there is freedom in that. There is power in that. There is choice in that. And so no matter what it turns out to be, if you decide, Sharika, to get a weave the week after you go get your big chop, nobody's mad, sis.
Go get you some knotless braids, boo.
Or not. And wear yours and go through that journey. I think about people who lock their hair. Because we're talking about mirror image. And I've thought about locking my hair for years. Like, yes. And I said, I can't do it. I can't do it. Why can't I lock my hair? Because I am not strong enough or mentally prepared to go through the ugly phase. Because I want to look at me and love what I look like. Now, it took me some minty years to grow my hair out to this because I had cut my hair all over again. And right after I had Ryan, I wanted to cut my hair before I had her. My beauticians, both the two that I had at the time, one where I live now and one where I'm from, and they said, oh no, we're not cutting your hair. You have gone crazy. Your hormones are talking you into something foolish, and you're gonna have this baby and you're gonna be mad. I said, cut it. They said no. Neither one of them would cut it. Like I tried to play one for the other. And it's like they called each other and said, we're not gonna cut your hair. And then after I had her, it was I don't even know if she was a whole month yet. And I still hooked myself to a beauty parlor. I said, you can cut this off. No, she was over a month because I had her in July. So in September, I cut my hair off. I cut my hair off. It was the best feeling. I love that haircut. The only reason why I grew my hair back is because my oldest daughter said, she said, Mommy, I want you to grow your hair long so you can have hair like mine. And so I decided to grow my hair out.
Yeah, I grew my hair back too because going into COVID, if anybody who follow, or if you're in my VIP group, I have a Facebook VIP group. So you guys I gotta, introduce you to that because it's a lot of fun things that go on in there. Isn't that right, Renita?
There it is.
If you look at the beginning of COVID, my hair was still short. So like in 9-10 months, it's like my beautician said, I don't know what you want to do, but you got a whole bunch of hair, girl. It's like it's back. Okay. And it keeps coming back. But my daughter said the same thing. She said, Mommy, my little one, she said, she was looking at pictures. She said, I want you to grow your hair back like that. I want you to grow your hair back long. She's like, wow, look how long your hair was. Because she never saw me with my hair down past my boobs. My other kids had, but she hadn't. So just that request, I just honor. It was something special about that. You know what that tells me too with our young brown girls? I don't want our young brown girls to think that they can't have long hair because you can't. Right. I think society and culture has taught us that the only way we can have long hair is if we have a weave. Mm-hmm. That's sometimes what we think, right? But you can grow your hair healthy. You can do the big chop and be natural and be beautiful. My two older girls I don't really put heat in their hair. They've been natural since birth, 14 and almost 13. Beautiful hair. When they do go get their hair done at the beautician for a trim, she's like, my God, you take such great care of their hair. Self-care is all about celebrating where you are and who you are and that time in your life.
Right.
When I went to college, I went to NC State in the early 90s, okay? And it wasn't popular to have an afro. It wasn't. People were still wearing stacks and bobs, and
it had not arrived yet.
And braids, people wearing micro braids, but being natural was not popular, right? At all. Right. People had started locking and stuff, but if you went to a PWI, you had to be careful with that because they tell you quickly, you need to pull that back. You need to do something with that. Mm-hmm. So I just want to celebrate us.
Yes.
Because I just think oftentimes we feel like we just can't be who God intended and made us to be. We feel like we have to put on a veil for someone else. We got to become someone else. We got to act like somebody else. We got to do our makeup like somebody else. And we got to wear this color lipstick like somebody else, and we got to arch our eyebrows like somebody else, and I got to do this, and I got to look like that. and I'm all about Discover what you love. Beauty is
Mm,
about what you like and what you love, how you want to enhance your own natural beauty. God gave you the facial features in the body, Lord have mercy, that He gave you. Okay? I am not happy with what this body look like right now. But guess what? It's healthy. And I'm happy because I'm in the land of the living. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I have another day, another minute, another second, another hour to be better, to be my best, beautiful me in the moment. Okay? We don't have to be somebody else. We just have to be our best, beautiful us in the moment. And
right.
it starts right here in this mind, in this heart of gratitude, being thankful before we even step foot in that mirror. It starts right
Mhm.
here. Okay? So
Mm,
when you go to clean your floors, ladies, you can't wash your floors in just water.
amen.
You just can't
And
do
I'm
it.
gonna tell you this: if you are out there and you are watching this, and you only wash your floors with water, if you could call me and tell me, because I would like to know, because I'm not gonna eat things that come from your house, because I'm not gonna trust that they clean. If you only wash your mouth in water, I'm pretty sure that you may feel like people don't want to hear what you have to say. It's not that they don't want to hear it; they don't want to smell it. If you wash your hair only in water, I'm pretty sure you have a smell, your hair, your body, that is unsurpassed by many a thing. Please use these things that God put on earth called soap. It don't have to be a lot of chemicalized soap, just soap. They make natural soaps. Use soap.
Yes,
Use for your face. Belinda said it earlier. You know, when you know better, do better. There are things that are specialized for your face that may be better for the skin that's here because it has a different consistency than the skin here. Your
it's a different
system, your
thickness,
skin
different
system.
texture.
Yes, it's it like when she was talking about, the lack of fat here. And it doesn't puff you out. It doesn't stretch that skin, so it causes the wrinkles. I mean, she says she wants a dermatologist, but she knows some things. Get around some people who know some things
Yeah,
and take care of you. Because when you know better, you're expected to
you do
do better.
better.
That's why you're getting the knowledge.
Mhm. And Renita, for the people who are going to watch this, catching the tail end, make sure you drop a GIF in the comments that best describe you. You could be Wonder
Mhm.
Woman. I don't care who. You can be a fairy. You could be the sunshine. But I want you to drop a GIF in the comments that best describe you and who you are, because we're going to do a raffle. And I want to make sure that you get included in that raffle. So I want
Yeah.
you to drop a GIF in the comments after the viewing. We'll go back through, we'll enter everybody in Wheel of Names so it is fair. Okay.
Yes.
And this is my birthday month. So I am mailing out beauty swag bags. Yes.
Gotta love some
Full,
swag.
full of samples and products to try. When you say, I want one, I will send you the details and you send me your information. I mail it to you. It's completely free, there's no strings attached. I'll just do a one on one consultation with you. And here's another thing I want everybody to do. We have this amazing technology platform that we had developed with a third party software company. Mary Kay had analyzed like over 80,000 women, different skin tones, ages from all over the globe. We have an app called the Skin Analyzer app. When you go in your Play Store, download the Skin Analyzer app. It's completely free and it is completely accurate. So if you put your camera up, it will scan your face. You just need to have a clean face and good lighting. It will show you what you need to address skin texture, skin tone, um, collagen elasticity. It points out fine lines, wrinkles, dark spots, all those things, and it actually gives you an analysis. If you share your analysis with me, I always have something special. I always have something special. Always. I take care of people. I love taking care of people. We just talked about service. I love that. I love the fact that I am able to service people. So download the Skin Analyzer app. Just I instant message me and say, hey, I downloaded the app. I want to share my results. And I'm going to give you a free gift just for doing that. Okay.
And she will.
So
Let me tell you what, Belinda loves a giveaway.
donut though. Donut though.
I will say every
Yes.
year at conference, Belinda was always the first one to say, so the first year we did give away, like we went to the vendors, we were like, well, wanting to do raffles, and then you all have anything? Belinda was like, oh yeah, I got some. Every year, she was the first one to ask, y'all ready to get the stuff for the giveaway? I got a giveaway. I want to give a giveaway. And she doesn't give away rinky-dink stuff like when she does conference, like it's a basket. So know that she will take care of you. I am honored to have her in my life. I know Minty, a Mary Kay consultant. She knows it. I know a bunch of them, and I love all of them. Mary Kay got some folk, got some good folk. But I'm honored to have Belinda around the corner because I can run to her house, or she can run to mine on her quick BJ's trip.
Yeah. And let them babies see each other.
Yes, our children have become friends, thank God, through our friendship, through
Yeah.
our connection. They have been able to connect. So that's a part of this, letting your village beget village.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love
Let
it.
your
I love
village
I
beget
love
village.
Rain. I love what Rain is doing. I love how mommy is pouring into Rain's life. And Rain's having all these experiences.
And experiences she is having, Lord, I
Yes,
tell you,
I
I
love
need,
that.
I need to be getting paid for her.
Um,
Just,
you know
just to
what?
do my part. I need to get a
Later,
check.
you shall reap a harvest if you faint not.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Believed and received. Believed and received.
Yes, you will reap a harvest if you faint not. Like the seeds we sow today, they will become. Listen, I heard something, and I know we got like 2 minutes. So I was in a conference last weekend, and I heard the woman say this, the speaker, this is what she said. She said, God simply wants you to till the ground. Get it ready.
Mm,
Till the ground. Then he wants you to plant the seed. And then he wants you to do a little weeding, and he will bring the rain, and therefore the increase will come automatically. He brings the
mm,
rain. He brings the rain. He brings it. He brings the sunshine and he brings the rain. So we have to keep planting those seeds, right?
right.
Keep giving, keep loving, keep sharing. During this tumultuous time, we have to immobilize, not just to march, but to pray and to be thankful and to share. Like I shared something with Renita today, something she could use, another tool she could use for her business. This is what we're
Absolutely.
here for. We're
Absolutely.
totally here to support one another and to share and to grow, because this is why it's called the refining life.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, and even in that, I heard do the work, get rid of the things you need to get rid of, and then allow the rest to be done.
Yeah,
So, I mean, and in that in itself is the refining process.
it is. It truly is.
You have to do the work so that the things can be purified away from you, and then allow the abundance to come.
Exactly.
Allow the purity to come. Allow the change and the greatness to come, because it will. But it's just like the word said, faith without works is dead.
Dead. You want him to fill your cup, right? And when your cup is full, it runneth over. And
Absolutely.
he's always filling your cup so you can spill blessings and giveaways and money. And, it's all about building the community, building the village. If you're not full, you can't spill over anything. You can't spill over hope. You can't spill over faith. You can't spill over anything, right? I
Right.
believe when you are full and you're spilling over, people are getting pieces and getting parts that they needed that you didn't even know they needed, because
Right. Because they needed to be filled up by your abundance, your
yes,
overabundance. They needed for
yes.
that fill.
And I have no problem, Renita, supporting what you do in the refining life, in the refining mind, in the refining, whatever you refining. I be fining with you. I'm serious, because you know what? When you said virtual conference, or you say, "Hey, can you pledge or donate?" Yeah, girl, word it. Yes, because you know what? The refining life is. I've already told you it's going to be so much greater than what you thought. You just have to stick with it, right?
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
many people quit. Don't quit.
Look, if after 2020, because I will tell you, and then we're gonna get ready to sign off. I talked to the board about not doing the conference. I'm just saying, you know what? We're not ready. I don't know how we're gonna pull this off. We're not gonna do this. And they were like, well, either way, we're with you. But I had a couple who were like, Renita, there's no way you're not doing this conference. I need you to understand that. There's no way you're not doing it. And it happened, and it was so crazy successful. Not in number. We only had about maybe 21. The year before we had like 80 something.
Girl, that's 3 perfect 7s. That's 3 perfect 7s.
Amen. And I said, but you know what? It was everything it needed to be. And it was like never before. It was so good. It was so good. And I sat on my computer for 7 hours. Well, actually, I think it was a sum total of like 14 hours when it was all said and done. But I said, I sat at that computer and it was so good. It just showed what happens when you just keep walking. Just keep walking. Even if it doesn't look the same, just keep walking.
Just keep
and I was
going.
Yep, I was able to look at myself in the mirror after that and say, you did it. It was good. That mattered. Way to how about me?
Yes. Though
And I
the
didn't do it
vision
alone.
tarry, though the vision tarry, the word tarry means to wait.
Yeah.
The Bible says, though the vision tarry, wait for it, for it
Yep.
shall speak and
And
not
not
lie.
me.
So
And
everything you're putting out into the atmosphere, guess what? It's coming back 100-fold. It's coming back.
yes.
It's coming back. So for everybody that's in the refining life, hook your wagon to the refining. Okay? Let's refine together.
Well, I will say this, Belinda, I appreciate you. I appreciate your belief in even the vision for 2021 for the refining life, because I asked this woman, I said, look, are you willing to do this like the whole year?
And we'll figure it out as we go.
She said, sure. So she has hooked on to the vision for the 2021 refining life, and saying that she will be here every second Sunday at 5 p.m. unless something happens. We'll tell you if it does. To share with you mirror image. And so, as you have seen this evening, we have bounced on a few different things, and it's looked a different way. Like if you came in the first piece, you saw one piece of what it could be, the middle, another piece, and then you're seeing the end. Mirror image is going to be reflective of a lot of things, because that's what mirrors do. They reflect a lot of things. But
we talked about skincare. We talked about truth. We talked about the word. We just let it happen.
Right. And that's okay. And that's where you get the good stuff. So take every nugget that you could get out of the day. I'm going to probably share some nuggets throughout the month before we get to have Belinda again. But I thank every single person who has watched, who will watch. If you're replaying, #replay is always good, just so we know you were there. But know that I love you, Belinda. I love you so much. I appreciate you so much. Refining Life family, Refining Life village, I love you. Thank you for tuning in today. And we will be back here for Mirror Image with Belinda Burt again next second Sunday, which is the 14th. Okay, so we're going to be here on Valentine's Day. I need y'all to be okay with that, because it's Sunday afternoon. If you and your boo going to do something, just plan it for 6 or before 5, or do it on Saturday. You just take it. Or let part of your Valentine's Day, should you choose to celebrate it, be a part of loving you. And let's talk about what you look like.
Yeah, we can do a Valentine's look, girl. Woo, we can get dangerous.
Hello. You might step out in a different way than you planned had you come to Mirror.
Yeah. Like I live.
Girl, you may really love what you see in that mirror when we finish. But just know we're going to have a great time. I am so appreciative to every single viewer. And remember to always, 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 always keep your mind refined. We'll be back next second Sunday, February 14th, for Mirror Image with Belinda Burt. You all have a great night.